What's up, everybody? Everybody, I wanted to go live again. Hey, hopefully people can tune in. Maybe some people who were with me last time. I just wanted to go over a few things on what exactly Jonathan Majors was convicted of, because there was some misinformation out there, and including from me in the last live talk. His When his lawyers said that the jury didn't believe what Grace said about what happened in the car, that's actually not true. It turns out the assault conviction is for what happened in the car. It is for the finger injury. It was a reckless assault charge related to the finger injury. The intent charge that he was acquitted of was also related to the finger injury. But to be clear, the assault charge that Jonathan Majors was convicted of is for the finger injury. And I was confused on that, and said that he'd been convicted of the assault involving the vehicle and outside the vehicle, the SUV altercation that we saw. And that's actually what the assault, or excuse me, what the harassment violation was convicted for. The harassment charges were for what was going on outside the car, and the assault charges were both for what was going on inside the car that we don't see on video. So when he was convicted of assault, he was convicted of what was going on in the car related to the finger injury. There was some misinformation about that, including from me. So I appreciate the heads up that I got on this. So when the attorneys say that he wasn't convicted of anything involving the what happened inside the car, that's just not true. He was convicted of recklessly causing the finger injury inside the car. So let's get here and go back to that. And it was the misdemeanor, not a misdemeanor, but a harassment violation charge related to what happened outside the car. So I just wanted to make sure I might delete the other live, because I went through that. It didn't correctly convey what the actual assault charges were for, and or what the actual assault conviction was for. And this is such an important case that I just wanted to make sure everybody had it, because this is what we're seeing now, and this is what the key evidence was for the harassment violations that he had. He had a misdemeanor harassment and a misdemeanor, or a harassment violation related to what happened outside the vehicle. So the assault charges were both related to the finger injury inside the vehicle, and with him causing that. So when the jury asked this morning to review the SUV video, and also to hear from Chloe Zoller about her finger injury and Grace's finger injury, they did end up finding that Jonathan Majors had caused that finger injury, and it was a reckless assault on his, and not an intentional assault. But both assault charges were related to what happened inside the vehicle, which is not captured on camera. It's captured off camera. What happened out here is the harassment harassment charge, and one violation for which he was convicted on one count. But him putting her back in the vehicle there is not the assault he was convicted of. He was convicted of the assault related to the finger injury inside the car, and we've seen the photos of that. And as I've said earlier, the jury asked this morning to actually hear a readback of Chloe Zoller's testimony, who is the person who met Grace Jabbari out on the street and went to the nightclub with her, because obviously there were a lot of questions about when did this finger injury actually happen, because people have focused on the interactions. This is Grace meeting Chloe Zoller and a couple others right after this happened, and this is after she had the finger injury, she said. But people are focusing on the fact that she's using her hands, and it doesn't seem to be injured. And then they end up going to a club together, and Chloe testified about that, because there's a lot of surveillance video in here about what they were doing at the club. And of course, there's focus on her using her hands to squeeze lime into her drink, using it on a railing, that kind of thing. So it was a question of, did this injury come afterward? But her lawyers actually said, Jonathan Majors' lawyers said that this injury had to have been caused by herself afterwards when she was in a drunken state, upset about him breaking up with her. But the jury ruled that no, they ruled that he did cause that injury. It was reckless, but not intentional. And the harassment charges were related to what happened outside the vehicle. But to be clear, the assault charge was related to the finger injury, and he was convicted of that. This is what we're seeing right now is Grace and Chloe inside the bar. And the jury this morning was interested in a readback of Chloe's testimony about Grace's interactions at the bar and wanting to get ice on her finger to ice her finger. So obviously there was some debate in the jury room about what exactly were the nature of those injuries, but they did end up convicting Jonathan Majors of an assault charge related to the finger injury. So I have to take responsibility for kind of getting that wrong in the very beginning, just, not being in the courtroom like that. But the statement that Jonathan Majors' lawyers did issue, saying that the jury didn't believe Grace Jabbari about what happened in the vehicle, is not true. I mean, he was convicted of an assault charge related to what happened in the vehicle. So I think that's important to get out there and just make sure everybody knows that. And I'm gonna make sure this video gets far and wide. But let me pull up the here. These are the injuries. So these are the finger, the right middle finger that the jury did convict Jonathan Majors of recklessly causing that injury. That's what the assault is for. And the harassment charges were for what happened outside the vehicle with the SUV altercation that we saw. So to be clear, Jonathan Majors was convicted of an assault charge related to the finger injury here. So I just wanted to make that clear for everybody. I think I kind of missed the crowd here, but I just needed to correct that, and I'm probably gonna make sure this video gets up for everybody. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following my reporting and everything, and we'll see if we can get something else up here to kind of make sure this is true, or make sure we've got here, what exactly he was convicted of. Both assault charges related to what happened. Specific intent, that kind of thing. But both assault charges related to what happened inside the vehicle. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that was clear. I mean, obviously not being in the courtroom, I'm at a disadvantage, but this is such an important case. And the statement that Jonathan Majors' attorneys sent out kind of contributes to some misinformation on this, because they say that Grace Jabbari, the jury didn't believe what Grace Jabbari said, but I've heard that that's just not the case. So anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll keep filling you all in as I can. So thank you.